Hey everybody, it's Brad at Dayport Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Going to do another walk around video followed by an operational video on this 2020 Kubota L4701 that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions, I'll get up close to everything, show you everything that I see, tell you everything that I know, and then of course we'll fire it up, show you the pins are nice and tight up front, show you the 3-point and the PTO, kind of run it through its paces. As always, if you are in the market for a used tractor, a used piece of ag equipment, or a used piece of construction equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for machines find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one's a 2020 L4701 OROPS 4-wheel drive. It's got the LA765 front loader with the skid steer mount quick attach. This one is hydro with cruise. R4 tires, 393 hours. So we'll fire it up here in a little bit and you'll see the pins are nice and tight up here. Getting up close to everything, it's a fairly straight machine. Paint is pretty bright. There's a little bit of fade to it here, but the loader arm on this side is very straight. A couple little nicks in the paint here and there, a couple little scratches right there, nothing out of the ordinary. It is a used loader tractor. Taking a look at this front tire here. As you can see, they're pretty good tread depth. I'm gonna say we're at least 60% or so. I think I'm being very fair. Maybe even just a touch better than that. No real weather checking to speak of. Taking a look at this front rim, as you can see there, that orange paint is fairly bright. A few nicks and scuffs around the edges, but nothing out of the ordinary there. Coming back here, looking at this rear fender. Pretty straight, couple little nicks in the paint here, there, nothing out of the ordinary. Other than that, fairly straight, no big dings in it or dents in this side fender here. Just a slight crack there in that lens. Looking at the rear tire on this side, as you can see there, pretty deep tread bars. I'm gonna say same thing back here, 65, 70%. I think I'm being very fair there. There's a lot of tread life left. A couple little spots with a little bit of weather checking and stuff here. I guess just little gashes there, really. Not really weather checking, but rear rim on this side, orange paint is fairly bright. A few little nicks in the paint there. Again, nothing out of the ordinary on a used tractor, but pretty good there. Coming around the back, looking at the 3-point. Everything looks good there. Drawbar's in really good shape. 540 PTO. Everything back here looks pretty darn good. Nothing out of the ordinary on this rear end. Looking at this rear fender, everything looks good there on those lenses. Taking a look at the rear tire on this side, matches up really well to the other side. Definitely tread life left here. Not seeing much as far as weather checking or anything there. Looking at the rear rim on this side, again, pretty bright orange paint here. A few little nicks around the edges in the paint, but nothing out of the ordinary. Looking at the rear fender here, pretty good. Again, just a couple little nicks in the paint here and there, but pretty straight, no big dents or dings there to speak of. Looking at the front tire on this side, matches up really well to the other side. Quite a bit of tread life left there. Again, I don't see much weather checking or anything there to talk about. Front rim on this side's pretty good. Orange paint's pretty bright. A couple little nicks around the bottom and around the edge again. Looking at the loader arm on this side. Again, that paint has a little bit of a fade to it, but not awful. Pretty reflective still though, as you can see here. I don't see any cracks or welds or plating anywhere on the loader arms or the back of the skid steer plate. Everything looks good there. Coming up, taking a look at that bucket. Bucket is fairly straight. I don't really notice a big bow or anything in the bucket. No big major dents or dings, just typical scratches. I mean, it's a used bucket. That crossbar looks okay there. Same thing here. The grill guard looks pretty good. I have that unlatched so I can unlatch it and lift the hood. Looking up close here, there is just a small little spot right here in the mesh. I don't know how well you can see it, where there's just a couple pieces that are, a couple of those circles are cracked there in that mesh. Headlights look pretty good there. Looking up close at the hood, a little bit of a scuff there. A lot of times what happens is guys go to open this hood and they don't have the grill guard all the way out, and you'll see they get scratched up here. Just a couple little scuffs there, but other than that, pretty decent there on the top of the hood. Pop that hood. Look underneath here. As you can see there, looks pretty darn clean underneath here. Fins are pretty straight there on that cooler. The radiator, everything looks good in there. Underneath side of that hood looks pretty good. We'll go over here to the side and see what we can see on this side. It's a little hard to get in close with this camera setup the way it is, but as you can see in there, nice and dry. No oil running down the side of the block there, oil or diesel or anything. A little bit of dust here and there, but nice and dry there. Oil pan's dry. Front axle looks good. That little shield that protects your steering cylinder is in good shape on this side. Let's see what we can get and see over here. There, you can see it a little better on this side. Nice and clean in there, nice and dry. Again, like I said, no oil or diesel running down the side of the block or anything. Clean here. Side of the oil pan, the front axle. That little shield's good on this side. We'll take a look at the operator station. Step might be bent back just a little bit there. Floorboard looks pretty good though. Brake pedals are good. Hydro pedals in good shape. Taking a look at that seat. Seat's in good shape. I don't see any cuts or tears there on the bottom portion of the seat or the back. Everything looks pretty good there. Inside of this fender looks pretty decent. 3-point controls, PTO, 3-range hydro, and the cruise. Inside of this fender looks pretty decent as well. Loader control lever, everything looks good there. Dash is good. All right, so it's ticked over to 394. It was 393. Obviously, we've run it around a little bit here, checking everything out. So it's just ticked over to 394 hours. I don't know how well you can see, but there's a little bit of fade there on that, what we call the cow here. A couple little nicks in the paint. Again, nothing out of the ordinary there. It is a used loader tractor. All right, like I said, this one's a 2020 L4701. Plenty of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them. We'll get that hood shut, we'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.